Good morning, everyone. Well, morning for me on Pacific time, afternoon for anyone in Central or Eastern. My name is Taylor Clifford. I'm the Client Engagement Manager for Performance Tracker X. And welcome to Tea Time with Taylor. This is a monthly webinar we do to give everyone a little bit more insight into Performance Tracker and see, we have different subjects every month. And this month, we're going to be exploring how to not leave money on the table with lead generation and social media, making sure that you're really using Performance Tracker X for all of your marketing efforts and getting the most bang for your buck, essentially, with our platform and any kind of customer experience tools that you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. For anyone who has not been to a tea time before, just to give you some background information, this session is being recorded. So we will be emailing out the recording after the session completes. And then today I have a couple of attachments that you'll receive along with that recording as well. So today we're going to review managing alerts, internal processes for managing those alerts. So how to implement a standard operating procedure and what are some of the benefits of standardizing that across either multiple locations or just amongst your staff, even at one location for a funeral home. Publicizing testimonials and scores. So making it public knowledge that you guys are awesome and that you're doing really great with your customer experience and all of the feedback that you're getting, especially building those relationships amongst funeral arrangers and families. It's important to make sure that that word of mouth is spread across the internet, across your social media, everywhere that you go. And then I will conclude our session today with a reminder, and I'll be answering some questions regarding our single sign-on feature, just to make sure that everyone is able to get logged in, because we do have a final cutoff date. We are sunsetting the standard Medallia login, and you will be required to log in through the single sign-on platform starting June 1st. So let's go ahead and dive into our subject matter today. So how many alerts do you currently have open? Now, obviously, this is a very extreme example. I don't anticipate anyone currently has 6,100 escalated alerts, but I really wanted to make it kind of dramatic here, because any open alert that's in the system is potentially an open opportunity, especially if there's really no, operation in place for, or I'm sorry, procedure in place for managing lead alerts or negative survey alerts. If they're just coming in and people are viewing them, I mean, that's great, but what action is being taken from them? You're not really getting any benefit from the survey platform if you're not taking action on both your alerts and just your data in general. Just sending surveys and gathering all that contact information is really not enough. You have to make it actionable and actually do something with it. So I did want to include a screenshot of the alert summary report, because this is actually the first report that a location manager will see when they log into their dashboard. So it should look very familiar to any location manager that's on the call today. The report is available for both arrangers and executive users as well. It's just located in a different area. So executives, you can actually find this under your Resolve tab and your Executive Summary tab within your dashboards. And then arrangers, you can find this under company data. So once you see it under My Company Results, you'll be able to see what open alerts that are related to your cases are out there still. Now, this is important for, so many reasons. On the lead generation side, obviously, that's a potential new opportunity for you. If it's a negative alert that comes in, that's also a potential opportunity to resolve a customer service issue that might be present. And, that's going to prevent them from going online and publishing a negative review of you, or, giving bad word of mouth about your business in any way. And they would be more likely to recommend you as a business. So just making sure that you are going in and getting these alerts trued up. If anyone ever has any questions on how to close alerts, that is something I go over in onboarding trainings. But if you need a refresher, just reach out to me. I'm more than happy to do a training on that for you. Now, another area where you can go in and see some open alerts and narrow it down to specific cases is under your list. So survey performance is the primary tab. Now, this list is available for every user, and it is located under this sub list tab in every account. So this should look pretty familiar to everyone, regardless of what user role you are. But you do want to make sure you utilize this filter bar here. So if this is not opened, this filter area, you can just select this bar. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to actually click. You can select this bar anywhere on it, it'll open, and you can select alert status and filter to all open alerts. And then you can filter to the alert type that you want to see. So if you want to see a list of all the leads that are currently open, then you can get that right here. You can also get this directly from that alert summary chart. As most of you know, that chart is interactive. So you can just click on the link that's in that chart and be brought to this same area. No matter what filters you apply, you're always going to want to run your filter. Same with every other tab in the dashboard, just to make sure that it applies on the screen. And that's another way that you can reach that generation list. Now, how do you ensure that none of those open opportunities get left on the table? So as I mentioned before, implementing a standard operating procedure for the family care surveys is essential. Some benefits of doing that. Obviously, it's going to ensure some timely follow-up. I mean, leads are extremely perishable, like it says here. Quick response time is really everything. You know, if someone is searching for information, you know, I mean, how many, if you think about it out of the context of funeral space, how many times have you been looking for a vendor for something? Maybe you're looking for car insurance or something like that, and it requires you to submit an email before you can like actually get a quote or pricing. And then, you know, if it takes someone a week to get back to you on pricing, it's going to be really, you know, unlikely that they're going to want to sign with you at that point or learn more about your business, because that was just too long. So just making sure that you're reaching out in a timely manner. It also improves conversion rates overall. So escalation protocols and the tracking, they're going to eventually bring you guys more revenue growth by having that structure in place. Protecting marketing ROI. So as I mentioned at the very beginning of the call, your marketing is very important. You're investing money not only in Performance Tracker, but possibly on Google review promotion or Google Ads, or, you know, your website, and keeping up with all of that, and all of the investment that you're making into any kind of CX efforts at your business. You know, the standard operating procedure in place is really just going to make sure that all of that stuff is followed up on and handled correctly. It builds trust through professionalism. So going back to your reputation, it's really important to make sure that follow-ups are happening. And really the only way that you can make sure that's happening is if you have a procedure in place. Reduces revenue leakage. So without a formal process, this can lead to any leads getting missed or you know, directly affecting your overall revenue. So just making sure that you are, I mean, preventing this as best as possible, staying organized. I'm super type A myself. I'm a project manager, so I love I love staying organized, and that's really what an SOP is all about. Providing measurable accountability to your teams. This is awesome because it narrows it down to the individual that may or may not be following protocols in order to, you know, optimize overall performance amongst your staff. And this can be, we can kind of close the gap a little bit of this in staff training. So whether you're having a staff training with myself, whether it be like on Performance Tracker, or if you work with one of our Johnson business consultants on a Ranger training, Lacey Robinson does a lot of that. So if you're interested in doing something like that, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to give you more information. But she really goes in and trains funeral directors with her expertise. And one of those things is, you know, making sure procedures are in place. So one of the attachments that you're going to receive with this recording, along with this presentation today, is a sample standard operating procedure template. It's something that I've devised based on how Performance Tracker X operates and how the system works. Obviously, you're going to probably make it more detailed. You're going to make it more custom to your organization. A lot of you may already have processes in place for the survey, but in case you're looking to really standardize something across the board, this is a really good starting point for you to look at. It's actually a 2-page document, so you'll receive that along with this presentation at the end of the call as well. So how should we market our progress on Performance Tracker X? This is really where I'm going to tell you guys to show off, and don't be afraid to show off. Make your success public knowledge, whether that be through testimonials. Testimonials can be extremely powerful, especially now with the digital age. So making sure that we are bringing the traditional word of mouth, philosophy that funeral care operates on into the digital age by publishing that online, whether that be on your website, social media posts. You can even make an individual team member spotlight. That's something that we do here at JCG, where we actually provide, an award every quarter, and then we highlight that individual on a quarterly basis. And you can publish some of the comments that were left on surveys for that individual in a post. Having community events, obviously that's going to be super helpful as well. On the testimonial side, people are going to, embrace that word of mouth, mentality when they have you guys in front of them, when you guys are actually participating in community events. Something that is really important, and I don't see a lot of our clients currently doing, is I recommend adding your Net Promoter Score to your website. This can be something that you update on a quarterly basis, because that's really when the fluctuation of a Net Promoter Score is going to be statistically valid at that point. Obviously, it's ever changing every time you get a score in, but you can, update it on a quarterly basis. It'll be a little bit more accurate. Annual Excellent Customer Service Awards. That's as everyone that's currently on Performance Tracker is aware, that's an award that we give out on an annual basis here at Johnson Consulting Group, and it's directly related to your Performance Tracker X data. Don't be afraid to flaunt it. We provide press releases that you guys can share outward when you're an award winner. You can display our logo for the award on your website, kind of like a JD Power type banner, like, hey, well, we are, one of the best. And it truly is one of the best. For anyone who's not aware or needs a little refreshing, the Excellence in Customer Service Awards are awarded to the top 15 performing locations throughout the nation and Canada. And that's in 3 different sizing categories. So only 45 locations receive an award every year, and that's out of every location that's on Performance Tracker. So it's just really top tier performance. So just making sure that you really show it off. I would say even showing or sharing on social media, again, in different posts. If you guys are not currently active on social media, I recommend getting active. You can use Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, even. With Performance Tracker, we connect most often to Google and Facebook. So if you want advice on how to utilize those tools, just reach out to me. And then, of course, our Johnson Consulting Group Trends and Insights reports that comes out every year. We currently started doing interviews. So if you're ever interested, if you receive notice from us that you're a winner and you're interested in providing an interview for some marketing, let us know, and we're more than happy to highlight you and partner with you and show off how you guys do customer service. We did that with 3 individuals this year. So just let me know if you guys are interested in doing that. And those are some really effective ways that you can take what's in Performance Tracker and use it for your marketing efforts. Now, why does lead generation matter? I have gone over this information for lead generation before, but I thought it was really relevant for me to bring back to this presentation because, you know, at the end of the day, lead generation is going to be the most important alert that you receive. Yes, it's important to take care of any, you know, customer service opportunities that came in, maybe a negative survey came in, and to solve those. But at the end of the day, I mean, you get a family that was happy with your service and they're interested in pre-need, that's direct revenue opportunity for you. So just some ways to get more traffic and to expose yourself a little bit more, increasing your social media reviews does increase your online search engine optimization. So that's actually the third most popular form of how a individual is finding funeral homes right now, and that's according to our data here at Performance Tracker. Obviously, previously served and recommended by are the two top, and that's not going to surprise anyone in this profession. But I mean, social media is really growing. Every single year we see a huge jump. So just making sure that your online presence is intact and growing. It's going to really help you bring in that new heritage business. And I do have a quote down here from one of our consultants, Doug Miller. I love what he said about this. Once you bury someone in your cemetery, the chances you will capture the rest of the family is very high. That's not growth, that's maintaining. You have to bring in new heritage in order to grow. So I know that's on the cemetery side, but I think it does apply on the funeral as well. So I think that online is really a great way to start your growth in that way. Now, an important update for Performance Tracker X users. You notice that I left a significant amount of time. We have about 12 minutes left now for Q&A regarding the single sign-on. We did just have a communication go out earlier this week to all users stating that this will be required, and we had a lot of people message in needing password resets or having questions on how to get into the system. So these materials are available. Please enter something in the Q&A section right here. I'm more than happy to answer some questions on that. Here, let me click over to that real quick and see if there's anything. There's not right now. So go ahead and submit anything if you have questions. But effective June 1st, we will be sunsetting the current login portal for Performance Tracker X. Normally, you would go in and log in through your username and password. This is no longer going to be applicable or functioning as of June 1st. You will have to select login with SSO, and you will be brought to the Performance Tracker X single sign-on platform. It's really this bright chartreuse color. It's why I used it on a lot of these slides. That's the background for it. It's a great indicator. Also, the Performance Tracker X logo versus the Medallia logo. It's a good indicator that you're in the right spot. So we do have tutorial videos available in your dashboards. So if you guys were to log into your dashboard now, even if you logged in the old way versus the new way, you could go over to your support tab. Now, I do want to point out that a lot of times in order to see your support tab, you do have to click on this little caret, this little drop down arrow, and then scroll down to support and select it. And then once you're in support, you can just select resources as the sub tab, and links to these videos are available just right when you scroll down under that tab. I did link them here in this deck as well. So you'll receive this slide deck at the end of this presentation, and you'll be able to click into these. All of our tutorial videos are housed on YouTube. So everyone who has access to the link should be able to access the video. If that's still not sufficient for you, please feel free to contact us. You can email support@j3techsolutions.com. That's going to reach me, my whole team, my director, even Allison. She's really great at getting back to people in there as well. And one of our team members will be happy to help you. And even if you know, are not able to follow the online instructions or through email, we can just jump on a phone call, and I'm even happy to jump on a Teams call and share my screen and walk people through how to get logged on. So the login process itself is super simple. All you need to do is select login with SSO. You'll be brought to the right area, and then you will need to log in with your username and password. Now, something of note, your password is not going to be the same as it was over here. So you will need to get a password reset. You can trigger that by selecting forgot password or by emailing us directly, and we can send you a password reset link. And you have to do that in order to log in. Your old password will not work. So just let us know if you have any troubles with that at all. In addition to these 3 tutorial videos, there's a plethora of other ones regarding the single sign-on. We have a global account management area now in that single sign-on platform where you can go in and update your own alerts. If you're a location manager or an executive user, you can update the alerts for your staff, anyone below you or of the same level as you. You can update that information for them. You can add a new location. You can deactivate users, and really just keep up with the organization of your staff. Now, I have a lot of people who still email our support team and me and just request changes. That's perfectly fine still. Do not think that you are in any way not allowed to do that anymore. This is just another option for you guys to be able to get what you need as fast as humanly possible. So this puts the power in your hands to be able to do that. Now let me switch over to Q&A. I'm not seeing anything in here. I'm guessing that means no one live on the call right now has questions. If anyone does, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm more than happy to help walk you through this stuff. This is just, I always conclude everything with how to reach out to our support team. Now, a lot of you have my direct email as well. That's taylor@j3techsolutions.com. I do recommend always reaching out to support though, just because I, may be in meetings all day, or I might be out of the office or anything like that. And this way, me, along with the whole rest of the team, receive your communication. So just support@j3techsolutions.com for anything you need. You can also submit a ticket in your dashboard under that support tab where I was just at with the tutorial videos. So if you go into support, you can attach documents, anything you need directly from your dashboard if that's easier for you. So one last thing that I do want to say is just submit any requests or ideas that you have for a tea time with Taylor. I try to not repeat the same information that I've gone over before, and I do want to make sure that I am, adhering to the needs of everyone who's taking the time to watch these and join and participate in them. So just let me know, and I'm more than happy to accommodate any requests that you have. And if you need access to any historical tea time links, let me know. I'm more than happy to resend those out to you. This is now our 9th one. So we've been doing this for 9 months now, and it's been going really well so far. So if you need any of the ones from prior, just let me know and we can get those for you. I'm going to go ahead, and I did finish a little bit early today, which is not like me. Usually I talk on and on and on in these. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the link open in case anyone has Q&A. And if not, then feel free to jump off, and I hope you all have a great afternoon.